Our conversation with the ladies from the League of Women Voters of Indiana County is brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. And I should have Kay Smith and Cindy Rogers on the line with me. Ladies, good morning. You both there?
Good morning, Todd.
We are. Good morning, Todd.
Oh, it's good to have you both on the air with us here today. This one, I guess if an election ever has a chance to sneak up on you, this would be the one, huh? It's on the way and very soon.
All right. It seems like time is really sneaking up on us this year. Yes.
All right. So some of the things we need to know about the League of Women Voters and specifically about this election. Let's go over some of the things that are going to be happening because, folks might not realize it, but because the election is delayed until June the 2nd, that means people still have a chance to register even at this late date.
Right. And I will be talking in a little while about voting dates and times and et cetera. But I would like to tell you a little bit about the League of Women Voters history, if I may.
Sure.
So we started in 1920. So this is our 100th year.
Hey.
And for 100 years, the League of Women Voters has been nonpartisan, activist, grassroots organization. And it's been open to men since the 1970s, but we kept the original name to honor the women who struggled to win the right to vote.
Mm-hmm.
And our mission statement is empowering voters, defending democracy. And our vision statement is we envision a democracy where every person has the desire, the right, the knowledge, and the confidence to participate. And we feel that voters should play a critical role in democracy. The mission of empowering voters, defending democracy continues to shape and inform the work of the League of Women Voters of Indiana County. And to move on, the right to vote is a critical principle of our democracy. Our democracy is stronger when every eligible voter can cast a vote and have it count.
Well,
and we want our election system to be free, fair, and accessible to all eligible voters. So our basic tenets are empowering voters and defending democracy.
Mm-hmm.
And I might add that, ironically, our movement was formed in another pandemic, the pandemic of 1918. And I think that is extremely interesting. Our grassroots suffragists strategically found ways to continue the struggle to win the right to vote in spite of the bans on public gatherings of 1918. And if you want more information, there is an article in National Geographic of April 2020 titled "A Pandemic Nearly Derailed the Women's Suffrage Movement."
No. Well, of course, with one of those, the vision statement that you just told us about, Kay, the interesting thing to me is the right was fought for so long and was finally secured for women and for all eligible voters here in the United States. Unfortunately, we have a problem sometimes with the desire, the knowledge, and the confidence, and that is something that we work on constantly from a number of different angles, and part of what the League of Women Voters is all about.
Yeah,
that's right.
And thank you for bringing that up because I concur. And to me, I find it intriguing and interesting that we are still struggling. And so I think we are reimagining ourselves this year as continuing the struggle in a different way because of the pandemic. And that's a way we can honor our four mothers, I like to say.
Yeah. Cindy, good morning to you.
Good morning. I am going to just talk a little bit about what the League actually does right now, and then Kay is going to talk about actually voting.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just say that the Indiana League of Women Voters really plays an active role in Indiana County. We hold a lot of programs that are open to the public every year, and we share information on a lot of topical issues. But, of course, many of those had to be canceled or put on hold this year, but we'll get back to it. We also have several committees that we work on different levels to educate ourselves and then share that information and engage the public. We have the Environmental Committee. So for several years, we worked on study guides on Marcellus Shale, which were really a non-biased report on all the issues surrounding that and actually helped form the state and national leagues stand on those issues But recently, I'm excited to say that we have been looking at single-use plastic and its harmful effect on our earth and waters, and we're doing a project called Bags to Benches. So Evergreen Conservancy and the League partnered to join a plastic collection, like all the cellophane-type plastics, bubble wrap bags. We weigh those and take them into Giant Eagle, who in turn bales them and sends them to Trex. That's the company that makes decking and chairs out of recycled plastics.
Mm-hmm.
And once we collect 500 pounds of plastic, they'll send us a bench, which we'll then donate somewhere that needs it. So we actually have 350 pounds turned in already, and we have a few more to go. So hang on to your plastic out there. We'll get it collected. Most of our bins were sort of closed down with the COVID virus, but we're still, hang on to your plastic, we'll get it, and we'll get our 500 pounds.
Good
so
plan.
we also have our Child Advocacy Committee on Education, which is super active. They've been visiting and listening to school safety committees in our region schools, and they learn about how our schools are addressing school safety issues. They really have been doing so much research and sharing that information at public presentations. And they're learning what we can do to advocate for legislative and funding initiatives that help our schools address not only physical safety, but social and emotional learning and understanding for all grades, K through 12. And they're really working right now about Senate Bill 749, which will set new standards for the workloads of school counselors, psychologists, social workers, and nurses so that they can really meet all the needs of the students. And the last committee I want to mention is our voting committee, Voter Services, which Kay's going to talk a little bit more about actually voting in a minute, but we hold voter registration events all year round, and we share information on voter rights and how to vote, and I'll let Kay talk about that, especially with the COVID virus issues.
Yeah. Okay, Kay, take the stage here. Set us up for this election.
Okay. I just want to say a little bit about how you can obtain your registration applications, and you still have till May 18th to obtain them from the Indiana County Voter Registration Office, which is at the Indiana County Courthouse.
That's Monday, by the way.
Yeah, okay. And then we also are really urging people in this time of social distancing and the pandemic to obtain mail-in ballots to vote in the 2020 Pennsylvania General Primary, which is scheduled for June 2nd. And from what I understand and I see, I think everybody, the powers that be, has done a really great job in putting the word out that it's June 2nd. But the use of mail-in ballots will continue you to practice the social distancing, and that's a very important factor. And some of the dates, once again, that I just want to reiterate are May 18th is the last day to register to vote. May 26th is the last day to apply for a mail-in or an absentee ballot. And I might add, the people of Indiana County have responded well to this so far, from what I understand. I'm not sure of the latest numbers of mail-in ballots, but I understand that a lot of people are really, as I said, responding to this. And here's the last bit of important information. Mail-in and absentee ballots must be received by the Indiana County Board of Elections prior to 8 o'clock p.m. on the 2nd. But here's I want to assure everybody that in talking to Robin
Mariai.
Mariai, thank you. Sneeze guards have been made to hang between each poll worker and the voter. When people go to the polls, if they haven't done mail-ins and they want to go to the poll, they say, are they safe? And yes, so they have, as I said, they have sneeze guards. And then each person that comes to vote will be given a kit. And each kit includes hand sanitizers, gloves, and masks. And polls will also provide single-use pens. And then I just want to say the ballots are safe. Everyone will have their own paper ballot, will insert their own ballot in the machine, and balloting desks will not be close together.
Okay.
And also, something else that's very important, if you receive a mail-in ballot, you cannot go to the polls and vote.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're controlled by barcodes, so they know all of that. They know
Yes.
they know if you have voted. Kay, you said one thing that was really, really important there. Not that anything else wasn't, but one thing that we really need to emphasize is that if you're doing a mail-in ballot, it has to be received by the County Board of Elections prior to 8 p.m. on Election Day. Not mailed by, received
Right.
by, which means you better mail it at least the day before and probably two to be sure that your vote is counted.
Yes, I thank you. By the end of May.
Yeah, that's a good idea because you want it to be in their hands. It won't count if it arrives after June the 2nd. Right. Ladies, you have done a good job here this morning of helping to set us up, and thanks for the great history. This is the centennial year of the League of Women Voters in Indiana County, huh?
Right.
And overall, that's
Todd, can I mention one other thing?
You can.
Visit our website, indiana.palwv.org, or go to our Facebook page because a lot of the information that we've just said this morning is on there. And there's also other resources if you want more information about voting. There's, vote411.org is a great place to educate yourself about voters and candidates. So check out our website, and you'll get all the newest stuff about our committees, what we're doing, some of the history. All our newsletters, our voters are on there to give you lots and lots of information. So, and join the League of Women Voters. We are always open to new members, both men and women, as Kay mentioned earlier.
Very good. Very good. That's a great suggestion. All right. Kay, Cindy, thank you so much.
And thank you,
Thank
Todd.
you, Todd. We appreciate the time.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Yes.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Yes.